This is Diamond. She just came in yesterday evening. This is the first time I've worked with her, so this is me kind of getting to know her, her getting to know me kind of figuring out what I need to work on, what her areas are. She had been ridden a lot as a younger horse. I can't remember how old she is off the top of my head. Had some time off, has been ridden some recently, but was giving them some trouble. She is, it's a mare, and the things that they were describing is kind of typical as far as a horse that had some time off. She didn't like the idea of being told what to do, kind of, you'd want to steer right, she'd want to go left, just some basic obedience kind of things. As you see, I brought her out here, run a quick brush over. She's generally pretty good on the ground. I have no complaints on the ground. I'm going to bridle first. When I saddle out here, I always bridle first. That helps kind of get the horse's attention on me and a little bit less out. I get a lot of comments saying, how could you work that horse and not give her a chance to settle in? Well, think about what settling in means. If she settles in, so that means she makes buddies. It means that she gets comfortable with her surroundings. It means that she starts to be confident in her surroundings. And when a horse comes in with issues, the last thing I want them to do is become comfortable enough with their surroundings that they're comfortable doing the negative behaviors that they were sent here for me to fix. So by letting a horse, quote, settle in, I'm just encouraging those negative behaviors that the horse was sent to me to correct. So no, I don't ever let a horse settle in. We go to work immediately. By doing that, I'm setting the tone. I'm setting kind of the theme of what's going to happen while the horse is here. Horse, you're going to be here. We're going to do some work, a little bit of a boot camp. You're going to behave. You're going to listen to me. I'm setting that theme right off the bat. Instead of letting her set the theme and then me have to correct it. That would just be counterproductive to everything that we would do going forward. Well, I see that that's a problem. Let's do that again. So then the first thing that I have to assess is, did she do that because she's afraid of the saddle? Or did she do that because she didn't want to be saddled? Doesn't seem at all worried about the pad. I do saddle most horses from the right, especially to begin with, because I'm left-handed and it's easier to throw it up there one-handed and hold the lead rope with this hand. It's a little bit easier to do it that way. So now that was interesting. That time she let me throw the saddle up there, her attention was out there, and when that saddle touched her, she never flinched. She didn't tell me no, she didn't say, I don't want it. My interpretation of that is she realized, hey, I'm not going to back off, so she just let it happen. So that answers my question. Is she afraid of it or she just not want it? And the answer is she just didn't want it. If she was afraid of it, it would not have gone away that quick. Go down on the girth on this other side. It's really important when you're working with a horse, any horse in any situation, that you correctly interpret what's going on. Like with her, afraid of it or I don't want it, would need to be handled two totally different ways. If she was genuinely afraid of it, she would need to kind of back off, sack her out to it a little bit. My suspicion was since I do know that she has been ridden, she was just testing me to see how serious I was. Testing me to see if I was going to back off or not. And it's really important to read a horse correctly and not back off when you shouldn't back off. So now the saddle's snug. It's tight enough that it's not going to fall off. It's not tight enough to get on. And I want to walk a few steps. Just kind of assess how she handled that saddle tightening. The way she reacted, maybe acting scared of the saddle, then she should have been scared when I cinched it up. Like I said, it's not tight enough for me to get on, but it's tight enough it ain't coming off. So it's tight enough that she feels it. That she feels the snugness. I tighten it a little bit more, then we're gonna walk again. I don't ever tighten the saddle all the way at one time, because that creates a horse that's cinchy and worries about the saddle being tightened. Now look, she doesn't seem the least bit worried about that saddle now. So that confirms that it wasn't that she was scared of it, it's that she didn't want it. Really important to read that correctly. Let's tighten another hole. Now, I'm going to get on her in just a minute. A couple things could happen. She could ride off good. That one going ahead and putting the saddle back on, saying I'm not going to back off, could be enough to tell her that I'm not going to back off, to go ahead and be good. Also could be that when I get on her back, she's going to test me again. I've got my plain loose D-ring snaffle on her. Not loose D-ring, that's a contradiction. D-ring single jointed snaffle. I am going to clip the reins to the ring and not to the halter, because I do know that she has been ridden. And notice as I'm messing with these reins, I'm throwing them up there. Everything I do, I am doing it as if she is a broke horse, as if I expect her to be good. If you never treat them like a broke horse, if you never expect them to be good, they'll never get that way. So now just leading her around, I'm seeing that she's actually pretty decent with the halter. She's giving her face to me. She's pretty willing. No complaints here. A little bit in my space there, back out of my space. I'm not seeing any big bug eyes. So I'm going to step up there and we're going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to just take this lead rope, tie it to my saddle horn. Try to throw my brush out of the way. Now when I go to get on, I want to walk circles first. Always those small circles. Either left or right, it doesn't really matter. I usually go left first because I always have their head to the left when I get on. So it's just a continuation of that. Now let's see what she does when I put weight in the saddle, in the stirrup. Step back now and walk off. Did not feel her back bow up. Her ears was kind of back. She was kind of attentive. No big reactions. So we'll do it again. By stepping up and stepping back down, that's just kind of basic pressure and release. Stepping up is a little bit of pressure. Stepping down is a release. Let you know there's an end coming. Get her head around again. And walk off again. I'm watching her reactions as I take these steps advancing, just to kind of see what she's going to do. Because she had such a big reaction when I threw the saddle up there, I'm hoping there's not a big reaction when I get on her back, but I want to be prepared if there is, because there could be. Get her head around again. Left my brush in kind of a bad place. Now see how her attention is off there? She's kind of ignoring me. Don't like when they do that, but that's pretty common for a lot of these horses that come in with issues, because they haven't learned to respect the rider. Just kind of holding her head to the side. My shoulders back, plenty of weight in my stirrups. Just waiting, just in case she does something. She really don't feel tense. She don't feel like she's going to do anything bad, but I want to be ready because of what she did when I put the saddle on her. She really doesn't feel bad. Now let's start asking her to move her feet. Still have her head to the side. Just kind of bumping with my calves. Let's go forward. Let's go forward. Have her head to the side. I'd like to just go forward in a circle. There we go. That wasn't bad. She stayed pretty relaxed. Now, when she walked off, it was a little not graceful. Kind of sharp. May mean something, may not. My calves are right there in the pen. She's keeping an eye on them. Now, I want to get this kind of wallowing around into walking a forward circle. So I'm going to just keep asking her to go forward. Keep asking for forward. Keep asking for forward. I want to keep her head around. She's kind of wallowing to the camera. Hopefully she starts going forward before we can keep going, get too close to the camera. Give her a little bit of slack when we face away. Go forward, move your feet. Just a little bit of slack there, trying to get her to go off this direction. Bring your head around, move your feet. So why don't I just let her get straight and send her forward in a straight line? Because when her body is in that position, she has all the leverage to do anything that she wants to do. Right here, walking these circles, every time her attention locks someplace else, I can give her a little touch on the side of her mouth. I can ask her to move her feet forward. Now you see my circle, so that she was kind of wallowing in a circle, is starting to look a little bit more like walking a small circle. And it keeps me safe. Let's keep walking. It keeps me safe, but the bigger thing that it does for the horse is it lets them know that I am the one controlling speed and direction. Let's go forward. Forward, there we go. When she moves her feet forward, I relax my legs. And by me keeping this circle, right now, I'll go out bigger in a minute. By me keeping this circle and sending her forward in that circle, like I said, it's me controlling speed and direction. But a lot of these horses that come in, and the way her owner described her, she wants to kind of take the lead. She wants to go where she wants to go. She said that she did buck with the owner, which if you saw my video of Mikey the other day, he was bad, very bad, like dangerous bad, when he wanted to go right and I wouldn't let him. And when you have a horse like that and it deteriorates to that level, they become really dangerous. And I believe that she was on that route to becoming that way, but so far I think that she's not there yet. And by letting her know that, hey, I'm controlling the circle, I'm controlling the speed and direction, I'm not going to ask anything of you that you're not capable of doing, I'm not going to make it too hard, but you do have to do what I ask you to do. Anytime you let the horse take the lead when you're riding, you're opening yourself up for something bad to happen. Let's go forward. Keep going forward. Give her a little tap there. Last 2 times around, she stopped facing the cow, so I'm going to just kind of ask her to keep going forward. And you notice we're still going left. I've not given her a head yet. I want to develop a little bit of a forward circle first. By developing that forward circle, when she's physically doing that, then I know that her mind is in the right place to keep going. I had a couple of horses in. Stash is one of them. Let's keep going. I'm actually tapping her with spurs a little bit because she's wanting to say no. If you remember Stash a couple of months ago, he was one that didn't want to be told what to do. Forward. Now see, when she comes around and looks at them cows again, I'm going to be a little more aggressive. Do what I ask you to do. So when I get a little bit more assertive about, hey, I'm the leader, you don't know what's going to happen there. If they're going to fight back. I had one recently fight back, remember? Mikey, the step there. Right there, when she locked down, I'm definitely going to get a hold of her face and we're going to go forward. Training, nope, give me your head, is, you could say 50% mental and 50% physical, but I believe that it's more mental than it is physical. I think it's probably 80% mental, let's go the other direction, and 20% physical. Because if I control their mind, if I control what they're thinking, what they're wanting to do, then I can control where we go. Now let's go back to the left again. It's interesting that she's kind of going to the cows. All right, let's back up. So, see right there, now I asked her to back up, she's pushing forward. When I was asking her to go forward, she was backing up. So let's ask her to back up. Like hold her face. I'm pulling pretty hard, a little bit harder than what I normally do when I'm teaching to back up. And rubbing my spurs on her. It's not as much about the backup as it is do something. Do what I ask you to do. See how she's getting a little bit of a temper there? Now let's go this way. Move your feet. Move your feet. Now let's go the other way. Move your feet. Let's go forward. So this, what she's displaying here, no matter what I ask her to do, she don't want to do. If I ask her to go forward, she wants to go back. If I ask her to go back, she pushes in, wants to go forward. This is exactly the kind of horse that's going to spend a fair amount of time over the next couple days tied to my tie line out there. Patience line. So that whatever she wants to do, which is going to be leave that patience line, she can't. She has to stay there. And that is going to kind of get a little bit more desire in her mind. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm wanting to work with. Right now, she's not being overtly bad like Mikey was as far as trying to hurt me or bite me or kick me or anything like that, the kind of stuff he was doing. She just don't want to do what I asked her to do. And when the owner told me that she had bucked, I point blank asked him, do you think that was a temper tantrum? And the owner said yes. So because of that, that's why I'm so insistent on keeping the head around and fixing this with me controlling speed and direction. I don't want to give her the freedom, there we go, to where she gets even the slightest inclination that she can start making decisions. And that goes back to, why don't I want to let them settle in for a day? She just came in yesterday. By letting them settle in, let them get comfortable here, make friends here, all that kind of thing, that just gives them the confidence to throw that temper tantrum, to say they don't want to listen to me, because right now she don't know me. This is the first time that I've worked with her. She's a little bit unsure of what I'm going to do. So by not letting her, quote, settle in and just putting her to work and start telling her, hey, we're going to do this, even though it's as simple as we're going to walk circles. We're going to walk left circles or we're going to walk right circles. Now right there, I gave her a little bit of slack and she started taking me left, so I turned right. That's why it's so important that, no, I'm not going to let one settle in before I start working. She stopped there, so I took a hold of her head and bumped her pretty good with my spurs. Asked her to go forward. As soon as she started moving her feet forward, softened my legs up. Quit bumping with the spurs, but my legs and my body kept riding forward. It's important that you keep riding forward even when you quit bumping. It's not a matter of just sitting here. You have to ride. I was getting okay, wanting to go to the cow still. So right here, we'll take her away. Now right there, she didn't give me as much of a fight about doing what I wanted to do. She turned, kept walking with a reasonable pace. Let's go over this way. We're going to walk towards these horses. Now let's turn. Let's walk away from these horses. Go where I want to go. I'm sure you want to go see horses, but we're not going to go there. She'll get turned out later, and she'll get to kind of take things in then. Camera just went off. Not sure what that was about. Hopefully it saved the video. But like I said, she will get turned out later. She'll get to kind of take in things, settle in, but she's going to settle in after me being her leader. It establishes that whole state of mind, the whole mental frame that I want the horse in right from the beginning. So this is Diamond. I'll have a playlist of all her videos on YouTube. Till next time, thank you for watching.